everyone, it's Trish from passionforhealthyliving.com. Today we're going to do some apple dehydrating. So I have everything pretty much together here. I have my apples that I've washed and dried, and they're kind of on their little assembly line here, waiting to go to the peeler and corer and slicer over here. I have my dehydrated trays all lined up with some parchment paper on top. And I have a little bit of cinnamon if we decide to use a little cinnamon on some of them. And then once they're all peeled and sliced and everything, what I usually do is lie them out on the board here. And I have a solution here that I've made in this bottle of 3 parts water and 1 part lemon juice. So you have the option, you could either use fresh lemons to do this. Just make sure that if you squeeze out the lemons that you strain the pits and the pulp, because if you go to do it in your spray bottle, it won't work, it'll get stuck. If you want to do it another way, you can buy this organic 100% pure lemon juice and you can use this. So what you'll do is 3 parts of water, 1 part lemon juice. So usually I do, I don't know, I think it's like 3 half cups of water to 1 half cup of the lemon juice in here, and that's it. So, and then we'll arrange everything on our trays and decide if we're going to do a little sprinkle of cinnamon, and then we'll pop it into our dehydrator, which I'm going to show you, and that's it. So let's get started. So this is my dehydrator. This is an Excalibur dehydrator, which I absolutely adore. In here I have it empty now because I have the trays out all lined up waiting for the apples with the parchment paper on it. But I wanted you to see it with these trays and how it works. So the 9 trays, once they have the apples on them, you'll see we'll load them like so. And we'll line everything up, and then we'll turn it on, we'll choose our temperature and plug it in, and we'll just, you know, leave it go for a good 11 to 13 hours, depending on how crispy you want the apples to be. But I will say that, did I mention that I love this dehydrator? I like this one because you have the square trays. It's so easy to line food up on. You know, you have a big surface area if you wanted to do kind of rolls, or if you wanted to do dehydrated strawberries or zucchini. The apples, like I said, you could put cinnamon on them. The zucchini, you can slice them up and make those savory and add some herbs to it. It's endless what you could do, and it makes great snacks. Once they're done, you just put them in a really tight container and they last for a while, and the family absolutely loves having these on hand. So I highly recommend the Excalibur dehydrator, and let's get started. Okay, so now we're up to the process of peeling, coring, and slicing. This little gadget is awesome. I do have this on my website if you're interested. I think they run about $17 to $20. And also the dehydrator I also have on our website as well at passionforhealthyliving.com. So what you want to do when you get this is you want to just line everything up. You want to make sure that when you push through that nothing bangs on the blade there. And what you'll do is you'll take each of your apples, you're going to put it through the prongs here, push it through, and then you're going to spin it around. And then within seconds you have your apple is cored, and then you have your, you know, your slices. So once these are all sliced up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to line them up on my board so we can separate them and then spray them with some lemon juice. So I'm going to go ahead and continue processing the apples, and then when I get to the next step, I will be back. Hey everyone. Okay, so I got my apples all ready, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of pull them apart and line them up here on my board so that I can spray them with the lemon water. Some of them will break, that's fine. You could just, you know, put pieces on your board. Doesn't have to be whole. So we'll just pull these apart. Now I happen to really like I love Macintosh dehydrated. The Empire apples are really good. And the Granny Smith are good. The Ida, I think it's Ida Red they're called, and Those are good as well. Some apples are softer than others, so when you use the apple peeler cores, sometimes it'll break in there. I find that Macintosh apples are a little bit softer. The Empire seem to be a little bit more solid, but the Macintosh, to me, that's my favorite apple, so they come out really delicious in the Dehydrated. Okay, so that's enough now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake my solution, make sure that it's mixed well, because it's been sitting for a little bit. And then we're just going to go around and squirt the apples. I personally find this easier. Some people just put the lemon water in a bowl and dip the apples. To me, I feel like I get it done a little quicker by doing it this way. And if you like it, you know, a little bit more lemony, you can play with that. I know my youngest likes it with a little more lemon juice, but you can certainly play with it. And the lemon helps to keep the apples from browning. So then you have your tray with your parchment paper, and then you just line them up onto the tray here. Do it so that they're not overlapping and not touching. Can't wait for spring to do strawberries in here. Okay, so once your tray is filled up, you can take the little odds and ends pieces and kind of, you know, stick them on the ends if you have room. Okay, so that's one tray. So what you're going to do is just turn around and pop it into the top and then just keep layering up your trays. So I'm going to go ahead and do that process, and I'll see you back in a few. Okay, so I have all my 9 trays loaded with apples on the parchment paper, as you can see here. So I'm just going to push this one in. I'm going to put the door on, which just kind of hangs, and then I'm going to set my timer. So like I said, I'm going to probably set these for, I like to set it for around 13 hours and see, I test kind of in between. So I'm going to do the temperature. I'm going to do that at like 135 degrees. Helps if you put your glasses on, you can see things a little easier. Okay, so I'm set at 135 degrees, and we are going to go for 13 hours. So I'm just setting my digital timer, whoops, up here. All right, so these are going to go all night while we sleep. They will dehydrate, and I'm just going to press the start button, and that's it. Voila. So you just leave them be, let them dehydrate. After about 9 to 10 hours, you know, pull a tray out, taste it, see what texture you're looking for. If it's still not quite enough, push it back in and, you know, put the door back on and just let it keep going. And once they're done, like I said, let them cool down and put them in an airtight container, and they'll last for a while, and they're a really great snack. So I hope this video was helpful to you. And like I said, if you're looking for the dehydrator or the apple peeler or corer, you can certainly go check out the website, passionforhealthyliving.com, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video.